Okay, now the Druid rundown. This is the build that killed the Butcher. We'll start with gear. I have a damaging elite grants you a barrier on my helmet and a rank 1 of wolves. On my chest piece I get armor for every time I deal damage. It stacks up to 25. You'll see a little counter show up here in the corner when I'm doing damage. That's the armor counter. My gloves make Pulverize turn it into an earth skill and do a damage over time while I hit the Pulverize. My pants basic skills grant me 7% damage reduction, 25% damage reduction for 7 seconds. My boots crits give me 8% movement speed. I could change the boots for maybe the item that gives you 3 companions. I could never find that. My amulet, attacking with a basic skill increases the damage of your next core skill by 8%. So you hit with a few basics, then Pulverize and wipe the screen. My ring gives me an 8% chance to dodge when I put down the ravens. It's good for bosses, you can dodge the occasional attack. And my other ring gives me the shockwave on Pulverize, doing 130% damage. It's the big clearer. My weapon, I imprinted with the wolf companions. They're now werewolves, doing 170% damage. I also wanted to get damage to close enemies and core skill damage, so that was a pretty good weapon. Onto the skills. I went 2 points in Storm Strike. It's 1 in its passive, and then I took Fierce Storm Strike for the 50% chance to make enemies vulnerable. I maxed out Pulverize, its passive, and then we take the Primal Pulverize, so the enemies when they're hit by Pulverize do 20% less damage, so it's good for bosses. I have nothing in the defensive tree. I have 1 in Wolves, and I took Brutal Wolf Pack. For every time you crit, your wolves attack faster, more DPS, good on bosses. I put 1 in Vine, it's passive, and the Brutal Vine Creeper increases crit chance, helps with the wolves as well. I put 1 in Ravens, it's passive, and I took the Vulnerable activated passive. It's really good for bosses, so when you fight bosses, you will do Vines, Raven, Wolves, Pulverize. I got nothing in the Wrath tree. And then finally we went down to Lacerate of the ultimate. So your boss fight is Vines, Ravens, Wolves, ultimate, and Pulverize until it's dead. And you just rotate through that, through the whole lot. Next up is the Lights Watch gameplay, where we solo the Butcher.